Hello, sausages. How are you? And obviously, my comment that I'll be going jive soon obviously meant I'm going live soon. See? Clever, eh? Can't type. Anyway, welcome along to my Sunday afternoon little chit-chat show. As you can see, last time I was doing anything with my eCam was Christmas. So I think it's time to turn the Christmas lights off and the Christmas tree. Say goodbye. I'll put it up one more time. Just, it's nice to hold on to Christmas for a little bit longer. But to say hello, sausages, and welcome along to my YouTube channel, which I don't do a lot on actually, because I kind of get bogged down in trying to get it all done right. I watch all the experts who are brilliant, because they're experts, obviously. And I get all bogged down in trying to do it properly, and then I end up never doing it. So I thought I'd just come on fairly unprepared and just see what happens. See if anyone joins me. Probably not. But that's okay, because this is all about me kind of thinking things through and testing things out. I usually sort of do a little DJ session over on Mixcloud. I sometimes do stuff on Twitch. But obviously my downfall is I never do it on a regular basis. I did like Bunk Off Fridays for a whole season. Oh, a little burp. And that was lovely. And I did do Sunday sessions for a while on Mixcloud, and I really enjoy doing them. But yeah, sustainability for me is quite tricky because I'm a busy boy, and I gig a lot and play a lot. I've got a couple of channels. My music channel is where you find all my music, and that's what all this refers to, that I've just turned off. But this channel, I put up a few videos. It's my oldest channel. It's where I started. But yeah, I've done quite a lot, and I can do quite a lot of nice stuff, and I've learnt some of the tricks of the trade. I've learnt how to change camera angles. There you are over there. Hello. And things like that to make it a little bit more appealing. But yeah, I kind of get bogged down in everyone who says, oh, you got to plan and prepare these things. And they're probably right. They are right, in fact. But you sort of get put off a little bit by getting bogged down in it, and you end up not doing it. So yeah, I've got this one as well. That's quite a nice little view. All three cameras. That one over there, that one there, and that one there. So that's quite nice. And my little spinning logo, which is just like my little break in between scenes. And some of you will be familiar with my little cutaways. And obviously, I've still got the Christmas tree up there. So I think we could turn the Christmas tree off, couldn't we? And we can put there we go, a good old-fashioned tractor back up because of me Irish links. So you've got to have a tractor. But yeah, I thought I'd just go on, play about a bit, put a few buttons up here and there, have a bit of a laugh, show you what I do, and just get back into the swing of it. Put my cat back up on his windowsill, or her windowsill, or its windowsill. And obviously, I've been thinking about, I wanted to do like a short one maybe, where I just rant. But, I'm an happy person, and you don't want me ranting all the time. But if I was to rant this week, it would be all about don't let the Tories sort out social care. Because we don't want them to. Have you seen the mess they're making of this country? That would be my rant. But luckily, I'm calm. And I'm not letting them get to me. So, you're not going to have a rant. I'm not going to rant. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my top banana up instead. And have him dancing around. I also thought I'd put my fox up there, eating its popcorn. Just, I don't know why, but I just thought it might be nice. And just, see these things that I've used all the time and just bring them back slowly. My face was there earlier on. I've moved a bit. So now it's kind of like that. That's kind of ruined, isn't it? Although, punch to the side of the jaw, not bad. That's the way it goes. So yeah. This is me live. I don't know how your week's been. I've been pretty busy with my music. I'm a professional musician, would you believe? So that's another reason why I'm playing around on this channel, so that I don't mess up the other channel with all this silliness. My music channel's got all good proper stuff, and I'm not disrespecting you by saying this isn't all me proper stuff. This is just me chilled out on a Sunday afternoon. Where I can experiment a little bit and play about a little bit and just try things out. But, I see quite a lot of other great channels and some not so great channels. And I think, if I put my mind to it, I can do that. But then I just get bogged down in all the detail. So I just thought I'd come on, unplanned, have a little play around, see who's about. I think Sundays generally are my, best time. So I think I might reclaim my Sunday sessions and call it something else. And, just bite the bullet a bit. The only thing is like, I like to DJ and I like to play me tunes, and obviously you get a little bit of a slap on the wrist with YouTube, because obviously they have all this digital rights kind of malarkey that goes on, which is right, because I'm a musician and I would want my music to be protected, so I think it's a good thing. But it just goes to show you that, like, people like Mixcloud, when they pay the licenses, you can play, popular music, and you play music that's released. I think there are some issues about the deals, and that definitely needs to be sorted out so that the artist gets respected and recompense. Because I've just been doing my album, which will be out later on in the year, and I do know how much work goes into it and how much it costs. It costs a fortune. So, it is only fair that artists' music is protected in some way. But, I think I'm like a lot of artists. I want music to be heard, and I wouldn't mind it being on YouTube if I got, some, recognition for it, and maybe a few pennies. So I don't know, you might have a few thoughts on that. Artists work hard, so they should be paid for it, is what I say. Not just the clever businessy type people. So that's why I've got my music channel, and on this one, I don't want people to get bored by me nattering. And this is definitely slower. Kind of usually, when you do like with a webinar, we did this webinar last week, and everything was pretty planned and scripted, and you had to get everything into 30-second bites, and it was scary because, like, sometimes you just need to chill out, and things come out a bit better when you're calmer. So it's kind of getting that balance between not being too boring, which is probably what I'm doing now. I probably am. This isn't that interesting, which is fine because I'm not doing it to be interesting at the moment. I'm doing it just to get back into the swing of it and see if I can natter on about nothing for ages. And so far, I think, hold on a minute, let me just see. How long have I done it for so far? Yeah. So I've done it for maybe 10 minutes so far. See, I can natter. I hope you're liking the lighting effect by the sun beaming through my side window. But I thought that kind of effect would be quite nice and bright because it's sunny. Look at that sun in my face. Welcome to my house, by the way. This is my studio. I'll show you where my mixer is. You probably won't hear me because I'm going to walk away from the microphone, which is a bad thing to do on YouTube. Bad, John. If you know Mackerton, bad is your little finger out and flick it like bad, John. That's Mackerton. Anyway, I'm going to show you where my mixer is over here. Down here it is. That's where my mixer is. That's where all the sound is. And oh, Charlie's might be at the door. Maybe we'll get a Charlie can. Charlie! Come on, Charlie. Come and say hello to the lovely people on YouTube. You can probably see him out my fence. Come on, Charlie. Hey! Look! Charlie's on YouTube. Charlie is not necessarily the cat's name. We've just named Charlie Charlie because when I shout Charlie, Charlie comes. Charlie! See what I mean? He looked, or she looked. So Charlie the cat has upstaged me already in today's live performance. Thanks, Charlie, for that. But it's a local cat that comes to visit. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go and get me straw. You probably realise I'm a wheelchair user and everything in my house is accessible for me. Apart from that can of drink that's available in other brands. But my straw is in my cup of tea, which is right over there. So I'm just going to go and get my straw. And have a little swig. If my show wasn't rant of the day, I would probably do kind of mention of the day. And today's mention of the day would have to be my dad. My old man, as Ian Jury would call him. And it's my dad's birthday. So Dad, happy birthday if you're watching this. Probably not. Although he has got an iPad now. So he's up on it a little bit. Happy birthday, Dad. Here's your birthday candle. And I'll blow it out. There you go. Blew it out for you. So if I was to have a mention in each show, today's mention would be me dad. Now, if you're listening in and you're a guest, do say hello because I can pop you up like that. Rockin' Paddy's listening, but that's me. So, Yeah, but if I was going to have a mention, you know, like what's useful in a show is having little sections. So section 1 could be rant of the day. Another section could be mention, you know, someone to chat about, one of my friends, one of you, if you wanted to listen in and tell me a few things, and I could mention you. We could have a bit about Charlie and his antics. I know animals are quite popular on YouTube, aren't they? But I've got my own cat here, but this cat here isn't really there. It's, look, you can probably tell. Obviously, it's not on my face. So it's not a real cat, as you probably realise. But it looks like a real cat. It's not. Look, there it is. See? It's gone. And this isn't a real man in my TV screen popping out. And you can tell that because of the sun. Usually the screen's black and so you can't see the background. And it looks a lot better than it does there. Obviously Elvis is dead, so he can't be here. And that Greek bust is obviously a stone bust with wobbly eyes. And so, you know, those are a few hints that this is all make-up land. I tell you what, you'll like this one. You'll like this. I think this is when something random might happen, and I use me goldfish. But what I really want, most of all, is for you lot to join me on a Sunday and love me. That's all I want. Just a bit of love. So come in on YouTube. Oh, the arts are still there without the skull. Look, that's because I overlaid those just to give the heart on the skull a little bit more, you know, effect. Not that it needs it really, but I thought, you know, it'd be nice. So, oh yeah, I've got this as well. So I've got me Have It. Now Have It is a reference to me blockhead days when I was doing Reasons to be Cheerful. I used to shout Have It an awful lot. But I've integrated me Top Banana into Have It, which is quite nice. You can't beat a banana dancing on top of a graphic that says Have It. I think that's a nice feature. So that's quite nice. I've got me flash, oh dear, like that. But also, I've got that, look at that. Ooh, quite exciting. It's like Batman banana, you know. Kapow, all that. Is there such a thing as Batman banana? There is now. So anyway, I've kind of had enough. I've kind of flexed me streaming muscles for one day. I know that, like, you see, the reason I'm not very good on Twitch, sorry, I'm going back to it now. One of the reasons I'm not good on Twitch is because I can't sustain it for 16 hours at a time. And that's what they do. That's what they do, you know. They stay online for hours upon hours and slowly build up the audience that way. And then the very good ones, you know, earn money out of it. Fair dues. Good luck to them. But I can't do it. I can't sustain it. I'm sorry about that. But, so I've got to find a happy medium. And the happy medium is somewhere here, where I just dip in and out every now and then, have a bit of a laugh, you know, play around a bit, and then I say goodbye. So I think I will be back next Sunday for a bit more of a show. If you see this after the live broadcast, do comment and say hello, as they say. because it's nice to know people are dropping in. And even if you say, don't be nasty, because I'll just delete it. There's got to be rules, isn't there? There's got to be rules. There has got to be rules. And the rules are, don't be horrible to people, be nice, and then we can all get along. So that's what this channel is about, really. It's just about chitty chatting, having a bit of a laugh, not taking anything too seriously. Maybe apart from me rant, because there's an air of seriousness about how I really, really, really don't want the Tories sorting out social care, because it'll be a mess. Have you seen the mess they're making in the country? Honestly. Yes, you might think they're doing a good job. Fair enough. You're up for that view. But all the signs for me are saying they're not doing much of a good job. And that's my view. And there's no need to be rude about it or whatever. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. That's all right. We're all right to disagree with each other. But be nice about it. That's all I ask. It's not a lot, is it? Be nice. Be kind. Do somebody else a bit of good if you can. That's it. That's my life. So anyway, I think I've had enough of this. So, oi oi, is what I say. Thank you for watching, if you've watched this afterwards. If you've tuned in while I've been live and not said hello, that's fine. But hopefully you'll realise I'm a friendly chappy. And you're very welcome to say hello in the chat and have conversation with me. Maybe next Sunday. Maybe you'll say hello to me next Sunday. If you do, it'll be lovely. Yeah, enjoy YouTube. Have a nice week. I've got a busy week coming up. Tax returns. Got to get it in tomorrow. Although I've heard along the vine that we've got till the end of January. But I'm going to check it out. And you should check it out. You shouldn't listen to me about things like that. But yeah, I've done all the figures, but I just need to get it in. But in the rest of the week, I'll be evaluating my project that I've been working on. And I'm working with my friend Aaron, who is mixing my album. I'm still in the mix phase of things at the moment. So, yeah, if you're interested in all my musical stuff, then John Kelly Musician is my sort of tag. And you can follow me on Facebook mainly and Twitter. And I have got a John Kelly Musician YouTube channel, which I'm growing as well. Rockin' Paddy was my old band, and kind of Rockin' Paddy it's all sorts of things really, but it's my experiment, my fun. I've got a website, rockinpaddy.com. I've also got a musician's website as well. So, I'm kind of all over it really. Yeah. So, but I think Rockin' Paddy will still be the place I experiment and I try things out and I test it before I do it properly. And if you want to come along on that journey with me of experimentation and not so scripted, not so planned, full of mistakes, you're welcome. I'm not too sure how the subtitling's going on. It's auto text on YouTube, so there'll be lots of spelling checks. Hey. Who's that? Stowin. You're very welcome. You went to an event I did with Eventbrite a couple of years ago. Oh, in Bristol. Yeah, I remember at that museum in Bristol. Is that where you met me? I remember it. I was with Extraordinary Bodies and we were making music. It's really lovely to see you. And you are technically the first person to make a comment. There, you see, when you say something, I'll put it up on your screen. You're the first person on me Sunday chit chat to have posted something. Yeah. Yes, so it's really, really lovely to see you here. And thank you for joining me. Yeah, that was really good. We had a really good day. Extraordinary Bodies is a great organisation I tour with, I do music with. They're a circus company and believe in the ethos of circus for everyone. And obviously, being a musician, I use music in circus. You're not going to get me on a trapeze. Although, you know, many of my friends, disabled and non-disabled people, do it brilliantly. It's not for me. I'm a musician and a singer. And Stowin, I hope I'm pronouncing your tag right, obviously came and visited me. I had my iPads, I believe, and I think I might have my Telecaster. I might have the Jamstick for people to have a go on. And we sort of just played on a few different musical apps and made some music. Oh, I know what I had. I might be right in saying this, Stowin. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong. But I had my looper, which, you know, is one of the clever things that you can make little clips of people's voices and then turn it into a tune. And I think I had that there at the time. So yeah, Stowin, it's really, really lovely to have you here. Thank you for commenting. Yeah, that's made my day, actually. You see, it is all worth it. It's worth streaming because you do reach out to people. That's why I really like it. I know I can't wait. I'm still sort of a little bit in lockdown. I still stay in quite a lot. Yeah, man. Cool. I got it right. I remembered it. That was a few years ago. A couple of years ago. Yeah, Ableton. Ableton is the way I trigger it. So I would do some loops with my Bose station and then we could drop it into Ableton and do more exciting stuff with it. So that's kind of how it worked. But yeah, you know, like lockdown has been, you know, it's been really horrible for a lot of people. And but we've also done a lot of learning during lockdown, you know, about how to connect online. And of course it's not the same. You know, it's lovely to be able to hug and, you know, give fist bumps and all that malarkey. But, you know, online, as you know, I've met so many people online who I would never have had conversations with before. And actually, my life during lockdown, you know, some things became easier because I didn't have to deal with all that inaccessible transport and getting around and, you know, going into inaccessible buildings. So, although I don't think any of us have benefited, apart from some of the few private companies who might have made a few bucks out of us all, good luck to them, I suppose, in a little way, as long as they're not extorting us. But, you know, like I was saying, there's nothing that's good that's come out of COVID. You can't say that. But we have learned some stuff. And let's hope we hold on to some of those things that we learn about. So, Stowin, yeah, Ableton's your favourite DAW. Digital audio workstation. I try and... I'm not very good with abbreviations. And so whenever there's an abbreviation, I try and spell it out. Just so that... I think there's a lot of power in language. So I kind of unpack some of the mystique as much as I can by... When I see abbreviations, I try and spell it out a little bit. But yeah, I don't know what I'm babbling on about really, but yeah, I think there's been some important learning during the lockdown and this period where we've all been trying to keep safe, about how we can connect online, and that actually it can be really good. I mean, Stowen, I don't know whereabouts in the country you're from, and you don't have to say at all, but my guess is you're southwest of the country. Yeah, exactly. But you know, today I would not have been talking in the southwest of the country. I'm here in southwest London, in my house. So you know, the online world has helped us connect. Yeah, I thought you were there. Southwest way, brilliant. You know, so I think, yeah, I wouldn't say that good has come out of COVID or lockdown at all, because I've lost too many really good friends, and you know, we've all struggled quite hard during lockdown. But we have learned, and learning is a good thing. So as long as we do learn from it. So I know that, you know, there's this rhetoric about getting back to normal. And I never forget a guy who I worked with on the We Shall Not Be Removed campaign during lockdown. He said, the guy who helped set it up, the person, and he said, normal never worked for us. You know, normal never worked. So we don't want to go back to normal. We want to go back to different. And we want to go back to, you know, some changes. And I kind of got it. I got that kind of idea that, yeah. So I think learning is good. And I think we've learnt some stuff, hopefully, that some of us will hold on to. And I think the online world is something that I want to hold on to. And that's why I'm experimenting with all sorts of different platforms and streaming, because, you know, people can access it more. I went to more gigs funnily enough, I went to more gigs in different places during lockdown than I did. You know, I used to go to gigs all the time, but yeah, exactly. Don't go back, move forward. Nice, yeah. Thank you, Stowen. That's a great comment. Yeah, but that whole kind of thing about I was able to get to a few more gigs than I would. Spur of the moment kind of gigs, really. Most of the gigs I go to, I have to plan it quite a lot. You know, I have to book tickets, wheelchair space, and they're very limited usually. So you have to get in there quite quickly. And then once you're there, you have to plan all the transport and all the travel. And the spur of the moment stuff becomes a logistical exercise. So it's really, really good to be able to do things spur of the moment. And online, I was able to do that. You know, I could find something that evening and suddenly buy a ticket and go. So I don't want to lose that, really. But I guess some people will, you know, because, yeah, we all need to be in spaces and places together. And I want that too. You know, we all need to be in places and spaces together. But the clue is about being together. That is about inclusion and accessibility. So, you know, yeah. I don't know what this show is going to be about on a Sunday afternoon. I think it'll be roughly around this time for the next few weeks. And I'll just keep going. If you like DJing and stuff like that, I'm probably going to go on Mixcloud later on. And you can find me on Mixcloud. I think Rockin' Paddy is my tag there. But follow me on Facebook. And I always post everything up that I'm doing online, so you can find it there and then join me wherever the link is. So later on, I think I'm going to do a rockabilly session later, because I found some good tunes. I found some really good tunes yesterday, And I thought, I'm going to have a little DJ session later, and I'm going to play them. So, here we go. Here's something. I like this as well. Oh, it's a big quote, but I don't care, because the world needs to hear Stowin's activities as well as mine. Did some video work with a wheelchair user around the same time we met. Really opened my eyes to accessibility needs. Yeah, you know, it's all right if you didn't know it before. You know, it's this, but once you do realise these things, and yeah, that key about learning and holding on to new learning, it's that, isn't it? And accessibility, once you get that, I'm obsessed by the stuff I get wrong. Like, one thing I've forgotten today on this stream was to audio describe myself. I audio described all the little digital things that happened, like my cat. But I forgot to say, I'm a white male, not shaved today. I'm wearing a green t-shirt with the Saw Doctors on it, great band, and it says all the way from Tune. I'm in my living room with a black TV behind me and a mirror ball just above it, because that's what every good stream needs, a mirror ball. And I've got my microphone poking out the side of the screen into my face. And when I do camera changes, it goes from a close-up to me face to an even closer up view of me face at a different angle, to a view of my whole living room with all my gadgets, and in the corner of the screen is a little notice board that says on air, which at night time can have different colours, so when I'm streaming it looks a little bit nicer. And I forgot right at the beginning of this stream to audio describe what was going on. So, accessibility is really important to me, but I often, in the heat of the moment, forget stuff. And that's because, we make mistakes. But as long as we learn from them, what I should do when I do a stream is have a little, I do actually, when I do a proper show, not saying this is not a proper show, but you get what I mean. When I do a proper structured show, like I did on Wednesday, if I've got the budget, we'll have proper live captions rather than an Autobot, because we've learnt that. Live captioning is always going to be more accurate. BBC, learn that for your live captions when you're doing the news. And other broadcasters. And also, if I've got budget, I'll have BSL interpreters in the screen as well. So obviously when I've got that sort of stuff, I'll do it. And then when I can't, I need to find workarounds. So like, most of my videos that I do, I try and caption them, and I try and get that as best I can. And I try and audio describe, and those kind of things. And I don't get it right all the time, and I'm really grateful when people point out when I make a mistake and they put it in a way that helps me to improve it and make it better for next time. So thank you to everyone who helps me learn and get it right. I can't believe, Stowin, that you've kept me going for this long just by joining me. I was going to go just as you said hello, and suddenly we had a bit of a conversation, and it's really nice. So it's been lovely. But I think I am going to wrap it up and say thank you, and send my love to everyone who's watched this video either now and not said anything, or later. And if you want to add something on the comments, love to hear from you, as they say on all YouTube channels. But I'll leave the subscribe thing up to you, because I'm not really, I don't do it for the big numbers and the big audiences. It's just nice to have a chat with people. Thank you, Stone. Thank you for joining me. It's been great to have you. And so I'm going to say goodbye till next Sunday, when I'll chit chat about whatever happens. I might have a Rockin' Paddy's rant. We'll have a few mentions. Happy birthday, Dad. Got it in the end. And maybe Charlie the cat will come and join us again. And other things will happen. So, lots of love to everyone. Stay safe. Have a great week. And see you next time. Be lucky. I'm really gone now. Bye.